dimensional vector. N-dimensional vector means a point in the n-dimensional vector space has n coordinates of the form that is called, suppose a1 comma a2 comma so on an. This is n dimensional vectors, that is called n coordinates of the form. Here n, that is, suppose let a bar equal to a1 comma a2 comma so on an. Here suppose ai is a number, is real or complex. This is a number of real or complex. Suppose ai is a real, then it is denoted by r power n. R means real. Suppose ai is a complex, then it is denoted by c power n. Here I running from 1, 2, 3 up to so on n. This is the concept of n-dimensional vectors. Next, now the definition of scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication means, suppose the vector alpha equal to a1 comma a2 comma so on an. Alpha equal to a1 a2 up to so on an. Next, some scalar k. Consider some scalar k. Then k alpha equal to ka1 comma ka2 comma ka3 comma so on kan. This is scalar multiplication of a vector. Next, addition of vectors. Suppose let consider alpha equal to a1 comma a2 comma so on an and beta equal to b1 comma b2 comma so on bn. Now alpha plus beta equal to a1 comma a2 comma and so on an plus b1 comma b2 comma so on bn. This is a1 plus b1 comma second element a2 plus b2 comma so on nth element an plus bn. This is called addition of two vectors. Okay. Now I discuss null vector or null vector space. Null space. In a vector space having only one zero vector, means 0 bar, is called null space or zero vector space. Null space or zero vector space. So a vector space having only one zero vector 0 bar is called a null space. Okay, next, now theorem. Here let V of f be a vector space, V of f be a vector space, and 0 and 0 bar be the 0 and 0 bar be the 0 scalar comma 0 vectors respectively. Then number 1, here first point is a into 0 bar equal to 0 bar, a into 0 bar equal to 0 bar for all a belongs to f. Second, 0 into alpha equal to 0 bar for all alpha belongs to V. Third, a into minus alpha equal to minus a alpha for all a belongs to f comma alpha belongs to V. Next, fourth one, minus a into alpha is equal to minus a alpha for all a belongs to f comma alpha belongs to V. Next, fifth one, here a alpha equal to 0 bar implies a equal to 0 or alpha equal to 0 for all a belongs to f comma alpha belongs to V. Next, sixth one, here sixth one is a into alpha minus beta, a into alpha minus beta equal to a alpha minus a beta for all a belongs to f comma alpha beta belongs to V. Seventh one, minus a into minus alpha equal to a alpha for all a belongs to f comma alpha belongs to V. Now proof of the theorem is, first of all, here V of f be a vector space and 0 and 0 bar be the 0 scalar and 0 vector respectively. Then show that the 7 conditions. Okay, so first one is, here consider a into 0 bar equal to a into 0 bar plus 0 bar, which is by distributive law a into 0 bar plus a into 0 bar. Now a into 0 bar plus adding some 0 vector, that means 0 bar equal to, this is a into 0 bar plus a into 0 bar, by using left cancellation law, then 0 bar equal to a into 0 bar, here left cancellation law. Therefore a into 0 bar equal to 0 bar. This is the first result. Okay. Next, second one, 0 alpha equal to 0 alpha equal to 0 plus 0 whole into alpha. This is 0 alpha just multiplied, that means distributive law, plus 0 alpha. Now adding 0 bar, then 0 alpha, 0 bar plus 0 alpha equal to 0 alpha plus 0 alpha. By right cancellation law applying, then 0 bar equal to 0 alpha. By this is right cancellation law. Then therefore 0 alpha equal to 0 bar. This is second. That means 0 alpha equal to 0 bar. Just once again, a into 0 bar equal to a into 0 bar plus 0 bar. By distributive law, a into 0 bar plus a into 0 bar. Now adding 0 bar. So a into 0 bar plus 0 bar equal to a into 0 bar plus a into 0 bar. Implies by left cancellation law, a into 0 bar and a into 0 bar is cancelled, then 0 bar equal to a into 0 bar. Therefore a into 0 bar equal to 0 bar. Similarly 0 alpha equal to 0 plus 0 into alpha, then 0 alpha plus 0 alpha. Now adding 0 bar, so 0 bar plus 0 alpha equal to 0 alpha plus 0 alpha. By right cancellation law, then we get 0 bar equal to 0 alpha, implies 0 alpha equal to 0 bar. This is 2. Next, now proof of 3 is, that is a into minus alpha, a into minus alpha equal to minus a alpha. Here consider a into alpha plus of minus alpha, a into alpha plus minus alpha. Third one, a into minus alpha equal to a into alpha plus of, just wait. Now consider a into alpha plus of minus alpha equal to a into 0 bar. So plus alpha minus alpha cancel, then a into 0 bar. Implies distributive law, a alpha plus a into minus alpha equal to 0 bar. Next, here a into minus alpha is a additive inverse of a alpha. A into minus alpha is a additive inverse of a alpha, that is a into minus alpha equal to minus a alpha. A into minus alpha equal to minus a alpha. Hence the third is proved. Next, fourth one, here minus a into alpha equal to minus a alpha, minus a into alpha equal to minus a alpha. Consider a plus of minus a whole into alpha equal to 0 alpha. Here plus a and minus a cancel, then 0. Implies just multiplying a alpha plus of minus a alpha equal to again 0 bar. Here minus a into alpha is a additive inverse of a alpha, then minus a into alpha equal to minus a alpha. This is the result value of 4. Next, now point number 5. Here in the point 5, a alpha equal to 0 bar implies a equal to 0 or alpha equal to 0. A equal to 0 or alpha equal to 0. Now a alpha equal to 0 bar, a alpha equal to 0 bar and a equal to 0, suppose a equal to 0, there is nothing to prove. There is nothing to prove. Suppose a alpha equal to 0 bar and a not equal to 0. A alpha equal to 0 bar and a not equal to 0. Suppose a not equal to 0, then there exists a belongs to f, comma a inverse belongs to f, such that a into a alpha equal to a into a inverse equal to a inverse into a equal to 1. Now a into alpha equal to 0 bar. Now pre-multiplying by a inverse on both sides, then a inverse into a alpha equal to a inverse into 0 bar implies a inverse a whole into alpha equal to 0 bar implies, we know that a into a inverse is equal to 1, then 1 into alpha equal to 0 bar implies alpha equal to 0 bar. Therefore a alpha equal to 0 bar, then either a equal to 0 or alpha equal to 0 bar. Alpha equal to 0 bar. Once again, just a alpha equal to 0 bar. Then suppose let a equal to 0, there is nothing to prove. Suppose a alpha equal to 0 bar and a not equal to 0, a not equal to 0, then a not equal to 0, there exists a belongs to f and a inverse belongs to f, such that a into a inverse is equal to a inverse into a equal to 1. Now a alpha equal to 0 bar. Now pre-multiplying by a inverse on both sides, then a inverse into a alpha equal to a inverse into 0 bar implies a inverse into a whole into alpha equal to then 0 bar. So by known condition a into a inverse is equal to 1, so that means 1 into alpha equal to 0, then alpha equal to 0. Therefore a alpha equal to, this is fifth one, a alpha equal to 0 bar, then a equal to 0 or alpha equal to 0. Next, sixth case, sixth one is a into alpha minus beta equal to a into alpha plus of minus beta, which is equal to A alpha plus A into minus beta, which is A alpha minus A beta, which is A into alpha minus beta equal to A alpha minus A beta. Here in the case 3, A into minus alpha equal to minus A alpha. A into minus alpha equal to minus A alpha, then A into minus beta equal to minus A beta. So then finally A into alpha minus beta equal to A alpha minus A beta. Next, 7th, minus A into minus alpha equal to A alpha. Here minus A into minus alpha equal to minus of A into minus alpha, which is written as minus of, by using case 3, then it is minus A alpha. This is A alpha. So therefore minus A into minus alpha equal to A alpha. So finally the 7 cases are proved. That means A into A bar equal to 0 bar, and 0 alpha equal to 0 bar, and A into minus alpha equal to minus A alpha, minus A into alpha equal to minus A alpha, and A alpha equal to 0 bar implies A equal to 0 or alpha equal to 0, and A into alpha minus beta equal to A alpha minus A beta, and finally minus A into minus alpha equal to A alpha. Okay, next, okay students, some problem. Here V is the set of all n by n matrices with real entries, and R is the field of real numbers. Addition of vectors is internal composition, and multiplication of matrices by a real numbers on external composition in V. Then show that V of R is a vector space. V of R is a vector space. Before going to the solution of this problem, I will discuss some previous results. Here some matrix and n by n. N by n means order of the matrix, and entries of real. Here if R is a field of real numbers, then V of R is called real vector spaces. If R is a field of real numbers, then V of R indicates that real. V of R is called real vector spaces. And if C is a field of complex numbers, then V of C is called complex vector space. Here R is a field of real numbers, then V of C is called a real vector space. Suppose if C is a field of complex numbers, then V of C indicates the complex numbers. V of C is a complex vector spaces. Already we know that in the lower classes, C complex number means it is in the form of A plus IB or X plus IY. A plus IB or X plus IY. Here A is called real part. A is called real part. B is called imaginary part. B is called imaginary. Suppose X is called real part of and Y is imaginary part. This is called complex numbers. Okay. Next. This is the entries of real and complex vector spaces. Next. Okay. Another matrix. First of all, what is a matrix? Matrix, consider some elements. It can be arranged into rows and columns. Rows and columns. It is a matrix. Suppose some A is equal to 1, 2, 3, minus 3. This is a matrix. Suppose another one is B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 0, 3, minus 1, 4, 3, 7. This is another matrix. Suppose here 1, 2. This is row. Suppose R1. First row R1. This is row 2. That means R2. Here this is column 1. That means C1. Here this is column 2 C2. So rows and this is columns. Suppose here this is first row and this is R2 and this is R3. Here this is C1 and C2, C3. This is the formation of matrix. Here matrix is the different types of matrix. Square matrix. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a square matrix. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a square matrix. Next 1, 2. This is rectangular matrix. So different types of matrices. Nothing but now order of a matrix. Order of a matrix. Suppose the matrix A is equal to 3, 4, 1, 3. Here number of rows and number of columns. Here number of rows equal to 1, 2. Number of columns equal to 1, 2. Then order of the matrix is 2 by 2. Order of the matrix is 2 by 2. Suppose some capital X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number of rows 1, 2. So first denote rows and number of columns here 3. So 2 by 3 is the order of the matrix X. Suppose another one. Suppose some Y equal to 3, 4. This is order is number of rows 1, 2. So 2 and the number of columns 1. So 2 by 1 matrix. Okay. So this is the order of the matrix Y. So matrix, definition of the matrix is known and order of the matrix is defined. Now addition of the matrix. Suppose some A is equal to 3, 4, minus 1, 3, comma B is equal to minus 3 minus 1 0 2, or simply a plus b equal to 3 4 minus 1 3 plus minus 3 minus 1 0 2, then it is 3 corresponding elements 3 minus 3 4 minus 1 minus 1 plus 0 3 plus 2, then again 0 3 minus 1 5, which is the sum of two matrix, that means a plus b. So similarly a minus b, and multiplication of the matrix means a into b. Suppose a is equal to 1 2 3 4 and b is equal to 3 2 1 minus 1. This is multiplication simply denoted by a b, a into b. That means here order of the matrix a is 2 by 2, 2 rows and 2 columns, and again this is also 2 by 2. Here the number of columns is equal to the number of rows of second matrix. The number of columns in the first matrix equal to the number of columns in the second matrix, then it's possible to its multiplication. So that is, suppose 3 plus 2 and this is 2 and minus 2, so this is 9 plus 4 6 minus 4, this is 5 0 13 and 2. This is multiplication of the matrix. Suppose some matrix 4 5, this is a and this is b. So order of a is 2 by 2 and order of b, matrix b, suppose this is a and this is b, order of b is the number of rows, which is 3, and the number of columns is 2. Here the number of columns in a is not equal to the number of rows in the matrix b. So 2 not equal to 3, then it is not satisfied in the multiplication. So the number of columns and the number of rows which is equal to, then it is multiplication is satisfied. Okay, right. Now coming to the problem, here V is a set of all n by n matrices of real entries and R is the field of real numbers. Addition of matrices is the internal composition and the multiplication of the matrix by real numbers on external composition V. Then show that V of R is a vector space. First of all, the definition of the vector space. The definition of the vector space is discussed in the last class. Just here V is a vector space. V is a vector space. First, V is a non-empty. V is non-empty and F is a field. And F is a field. Then V of F is a vector space. Then first one is V comma plus is abelian. V comma plus is a abelian. Second one, scalar multiplication. That means A alpha belongs to V. Next, third one is A into alpha plus beta equal to A alpha plus A beta. Next, A plus B into alpha equal to A alpha plus B alpha. Next, A into B alpha equal to AB into alpha. Next, 1 into alpha equal to alpha. Here, closer, associative identity, inverse and commutative. Here 5 conditions are there. This is sixth one, 7, 8, 9, 10. So totally 10 conditions are satisfied. Then V of R is a vector space. First, let us consider, let alpha comma beta comma gamma belongs to V and x comma y belongs to R. Here alpha equal to Aij comma beta equal to Bij and gamma equal to Cij. Here I and j defines the place value, that means place, that means suppose some a is equal to a11, a12, a13 and so on, a1n. Next a21, a22 and so on, a2n and so on, am1, am2 and so on, amn. It is a general matrix form. Here the number of rows and the number of columns. Here number of rows means m and number of columns be n. Here 1 1 denotes that ij, 1 2 denotes that ij, 1 3 ij, suppose 2 2, suppose m2. Here first is row and the second is column. This is first one is row, second is column. So first row, first element, which is called a11. Suppose second row, second element, which is called a22. Suppose a21, second row, first element, indicates that it is the place. So I and j are places. Here A's comma B's comma C's belongs to R. Next, now first one, closure, is suppose here alpha and beta belongs to V and alpha comma beta are also two matrices. So then alpha plus beta is also a matrix of n by n matrix. So alpha comma beta are matrix. Then alpha plus beta is also called a matrix. Then closed, then closure is satisfied. Closure is satisfied. Next, second one, associative. Associative. Here alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to, alpha means Aij plus beta means Bij plus gamma means Cij, which is equal to Aij plus Bij plus Cij. Okay. Next, this is Aij plus Bij plus Cij. Now this is associative property. So this is set of Aij plus Bij plus C matrix Cij, that is called Aij means alpha plus beta plus this is gamma. Therefore, alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma. Then V is associative. Next, here next third one is identity. Identity means alpha plus 0 bar equal to, here 0 bar equal to 0 equal to 0 ij matrix 0 ij, that means alpha plus 0 equal to alpha means aij plus 0 matrix means 0 ij, which is aij plus 0 ij. Finally, aij, this is called alpha. So, alpha plus 0 matrix is equal to alpha. Similarly, we can prove that 0 plus alpha equal to alpha. Here 0 is called additive inverse, additive identity. Here 0 is called additive identity. Next, now fourth, here fourth condition is inverse. Inverse means alpha plus of minus alpha equal to alpha means aij plus minus alpha means minus aij, which is aij minus aij, which is called 0 ij. This is called 0 matrix. So, alpha plus minus alpha equal to 0. So, then it is inverse exists. Next, fourth point is, fifth one is commutative. Commutative means alpha plus beta equal to, alpha means aij plus bij. This is aij plus bij. This is bij plus aij. Here, then bij plus aij. Finally, beta plus alpha. Therefore, alpha plus beta equal to beta plus alpha. Then commutative law is satisfied. Next, now sixth one, scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication, that means some x belongs to R, comma alpha belongs to V, then x alpha equal to x into alpha means aij, that means xaij, which is called, which is belongs to V, then scalar multiplication is satisfied. Next, seventh one is x into y alpha equal to x into y into alpha means aij, that is xy into aij, that is xy into aij, which is xy into alpha, xy into alpha, that is called x into y alpha equal to xy into alpha. Next, eighth one is x into alpha plus beta equal to x into alpha means aij plus beta means bij, that is x into aij plus x into bij. This is x into alpha plus x into beta. Finally, x into alpha plus beta equal to x alpha plus x beta. Next, ninth one, x plus y into alpha equal to x plus y into alpha means aij, that is x into aij plus y into aij, which is called x alpha plus y alpha. Therefore, x plus y into alpha equal to x alpha plus y alpha. Finally, 10th one is 1 into alpha equal to 1 into aij, that means aij finally alpha. So all the conditions of the definition of a vector space is satisfied, then V of R is a vector space.